Anthony Bourdain speaks to filmmaker Darren Aronofsky in the final episode of Parts Unknown. CNN. The final episode of Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown aired Sunday night. In the episode, Bourdain explores the Buddhist Kingdom of Bhutan. Discussing Buddhist beliefs, the late chef says, "It is considered therapeutic to think about death a few times a day." The final episode of Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown has aired on CNN, just over 2 weeks after the death of its host. In it, Bourdain explores the Kingdom of Bhutan with his friend Darren Aronofsky. Known for its Buddhist faith and dramatic scenery, Bourdain spends some time musing on the country's concept of death. "It is considered therapeutic to think about death a few times a day," Bourdain says. When a man responds, "You are reminded time and again not to take things too seriously," Bourdain affirms, "Life is but a dream." The episode, which aired on Sunday, follows Bourdain and Aronofsky as they eat with traditional yak herders in the Himalayas and dine in the nation's capital of Thimphu. "Bhutan was where I really got to know Tony," Aronofsky, who directed the film Black Swan, said in an article for CNN. "There, I became aware of his utter lack of vanity. He never adjusted his hair or gave a damn about makeup or a lighting setup." The director touched on the prescient nature of their trip, which often involved discussions around death. "It seems ironic now that on our last day of shooting, we performed a Bhutanese death ritual. We debated the fate of the country, the fate of the world." He was perplexed as to how mankind's endless hunger to consume could be curtailed. Just before the show aired, CNN anchor Don Lemon also paid tribute to the late chef. "Anthony Bourdain was our window to the far-flung places of our planet, but he had a way of making what was so foreign seem so familiar." By the time he was done weaving his words around the story, Bourdain was in France working on season 12 of Parts Unknown, when he was discovered dead by suicide. It is unclear whether CNN will air any episodes from season 12. If you're someone you know is struggling with depression or has had thoughts of harming themselves or taking their own life, get help. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255, provides 24/7, free, confidential support for people in distress, as well as best practices for professionals and resources to aid in prevention and crisis situations.